From the first angle that we're initially able to obtain, it would appear that the Audi seems to be reversing and provoking essentially an attack. When the driver was arrested, his phone was reviewed, and actually on the phone was some really crucial Ring doorbell footage which clearly shows the same incident, but actually a wider view of what had actually taken place. And what you actually see is two e-bikes turn up on Dunbar Street, and they almost drive around the rear of this white car, this Audi. And then the suspect, one of the suspects, almost sort of crouches down, reaching towards a sort of bag, and then initially, with both his arms up, aims towards the driver's seat. So that very much changed what the hypothesis is. There was that intent to kill.
The shooter and his accomplice...
Is that really an AM though, chat? Alright, chat, is that really an AM? I don't know. Because if you wanted to really kill, man, he was there, bro. He was there, bro. He was there. He was there. Like, let's reel it back. Let's look.
Reaching towards a sort of bag. And then initially, with both his arms up, aims towards the driver's...
Look, he's got a chance to blam him there, bro. He's got a live old chance to blam him right there. So if we're really talking about attempted...
seat.
The system's fucked, bro.
So that very much changed what that hypothesis is. There was that intent to kill.
We have to be there at that split second, or they could go down any side road, any no entry.
Here, mate, on the right in front of us. Can you grab him? E-bike. Yeah, both them.
Oh, I'm not going to get out in time. Go.
Oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah, they're going to go.
Saying they're cutting them.
Stop that. Stop. Nah, they've gone. They've all gone.
Bruh.
I don't mean to laugh like that, but bro, like, you didn't even give it a full-on chase, bro. You should have just aborted that and just continue to do what you're doing or drive around or something. That was just a waste of time, bro.
Bruh.
I tried running.
You
that
didn't
wasn't
try that,
happening.
bro. Like,
You can see why we get so annoyed when the e-bikes make off.
it's like okay road signs, yeah?
They're quick.
Woolly.
But
South East
this
London.
is a new era for organised crime. There are around 1 million cameras in the capital alone. Back in the South London shooting case, DCI Racer Colongo is being assisted by the self-surveillance of social media.
We were alerted by another unit within the MPS that apparently there was a music video being filmed not too far away from where the shooting had taken place. We knew that from social media. We were then able to look at the CCTV and start identifying two individuals on two e-bikes. One individual in particular had a distinct white sort of stripe down his arm. That enabled us to then track those suspects all the way to the scene of the shooting. The suspect we were able to identify from that footage was a gentleman known as Mr. Giovanni Bennett. He was identified from posts he'd made on his Snapchat channel in relation to the filming of this music video as it was taking place. He is not the suspect that fires the
I'm saying, bro, you gotta be clued up, man.
Bruh.
You gotta be clued up. So I'm saying, this generation, bro, they do bootings and that, and they basically advertise it themselves, bro. They did self-snitching, self-incriminating. Like, you think if man's going to do a booting, a man's going to do a video shoot, bro, niggas won't even know that I've done a booting just 10, 25, 15, 30 minutes ago, bro. I'll turn up, change your clothes, everything. I wouldn't even speak on it too tough. Because, you know when you do certain things, and you start telling people, you get me word spreads, you get me word of mouth, you get me, you know how social media is, you post something, and it's mad, bro. Bruh.
But is the other suspect on the e-bike? We were quite quickly able to identify a mobile telephone number for him. And then we started looking at his call data and working out, right, who are his top 10 callers. Number one was a gentleman known as Mr. Ayman Ben Halima. after the shooting, both their phones head back to an address in Greenwich, where we got that crucial bit of footage of both Ayman Ben Halim and Giovanni Bennett leaving on the day of the shooting, not masked up, and then returning, not masked up. So I was confident that we could arrest these two individuals.
Ayman, yeah? Yeah. Oh, mate, you're going to be under arrest for attempted murder and for possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life, yeah?
So as it so happened, Mr. Ben Halim was actually on court bail. So I was satisfied that we could arrest him safely within the confines of a police station.
I'm going to give you a quick search as well, mate, and also go through to custody, yeah?
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Why am I being arrested for something I haven't done? I don't understand.
Meanwhile, with Giovanni Bennett, he was at this address in Greenwich. One of the things you have to remember, this firearm is still outstanding. So there is a possibility that firearm could be in that address. And at that point, it was deemed that this required armed support.
Our police! Our police officers! Give us the door! Your hands in your head! Your hands in your head! Stand still. Listen to what I say to you. Stand still! Hands on your head! Hands on your head! Okay, phone. Let that go, bro. Is there anyone else inside the address? No. Hands on your head.
Darkness.
Right, friend. Yeah, my thing.
What's that, 4 o'clock in the morning?
Alright.
So he has been arrested, but it's literally just attempted murder on the 16th.
I attended the address. It was a very nice apartment, very, very nice apartment. There was a large amount of fancy trainers, expensive bags from different high-end vendors, and a large amount of cash. And there was this sort of plastic hard case suitcase.
I'm just going to start with this suitcase because I feel like...
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my god. You are joking me.
Damn! They hit the jackpot.
And within it contained a large amount of kilo packages of cannabis.
Damn! I can't lie, brother, man. Brother. If you got that much food that way you're sleeping, it's crazy, bro. If you're holding that much food that way you're sleeping, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Some of the clothing was from, what we believe, from Thailand. That sort of sprung my attention because couldn't help but think about the music video. One of the lyrics was importing Cali overseas in suitcases. And here we are, we found a suitcase which had kilo.
Guys, the feds are listening and they're watching, bro. They're looking at music videos. They're taking notes of lyrics. They're putting 2 and 2 together. They're doing the link up plays. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Of cannabis. What we established through analysis of their phones, Snapchat to be precise, they were in communication with various different other individuals to go out to be essentially drug mules importing cannabis into the UK, which was quite a massive breakthrough.
Yeah, these man weren't no little.
Beyond the shooting, this was
We're
a
no
drug
local
line
local
that was
dealers,
grooming
it's crazy.
teenage girls to be sent abroad as drug runners.
One of the adverts says, "Man got a pattern for one of you," which essentially means I've got an arrangement for.
You know, it's so funny hearing someone that's so formal speak a certain other way that they don't speak. It's just funny, bro.
For the reader.
I said, yeah, man's got a pattern for all of you, which means so basically
All I need is a team that's willing to fly out the country for a week 18 plus. So that's a hook for that individual, essentially a free holiday.